Welcome back to 843 TV. Joining us now is Amy Horn. She's the director here at Lowcountry Montessori School. And also we have Rhonda Crosby, who's another one of the secondary teachers. Rhonda, let's start with you. We've talked about the classroom work as far as the languages, the maths, and all those. What about extra activities that the kids might be able to participate in? Clubs, maybe some of the arts? What other things does the Montessori program offer that a traditional high school may or may not offer?
We have a lot that are available in the other schools. We have a STEM program that is like robotics and working with engineering type things. It's a lot of fun. We have drama club, we have music, we have a running club. One of the things that's not offered in the traditional school would be the Model UN, the Montessori Model UN, where the students get to help me out with that one, Gina. She leads that one.
Yes, they are immersed in research of another country, and we're looking at global problems such as equality for women in the political arena. And we're looking at countries like China and how would China feel about that, and what can we do, again, as a global community to address these concerns about the rights of people around the world. So it's a really neat process that starts here and then culminates with a trip to a conference. The big one is in New York City, and then there's a smaller Midwest conference which we'll be attending this year in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So we're taking our group of kids who will be very aware of what's going on in our world, and they will go and have conversations and collaborate with other kids from across the nation to come up with solutions to these problems. Wow. And it's fantastic.
It's a true global thinking.
Absolutely.
Now, are these part of the daily curriculum, or is there after-school activities? How are those offered?
These are the after-school activities. And another thing that we do that I feel is really special to our program is, as Gina mentioned, we have cycles, themed cycles of work. At the end of those 5 or 6 week cycles, we have what we call an immersion week, and students get the opportunity to take field trips. We have guests come in, and we really immerse into the ideas that we've learned for that cycle. At the end of the school year, we take an overnight trip. We take all the secondary students for 2-3 days on an overnight trip, which is highly unusual for a middle school or a high school. Our high schoolers went on an overnight 3-day camping trip this year already to Hunting Island. And it's a great time for them to foster their relationships.
Absolutely.
It was fabulous last year because students said, I really had not gotten to know so-and-so, and it builds that community.
It does, and that's where the relationships really are formed, when you take them out of their environment, take them out of their normal place, and they get time to spend together, and that's a great opportunity for them.
So Amy, how many students do you have here now?
Currently we have 350.
Yeah.
Next year we'll expand to 400, and then at full build out we'll have 450 kids. So I think it's really interesting and unique that a child could actually start here at 3 years old and graduate as a senior in high school. And when I think about that in community building, and we have a culture here where, you know, we've got high schoolers that are going into the primary classes and working with those little guys, and mentoring across the board is really, it just builds an extremely tight community. And to see these kids grow and watch them as the years pass is going to be a really interesting journey, I think, for all of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, like, you know, we're moving into the high, you know, you're building high school out now. Would a student who attends Lowcountry Montessori High School have like a GPA to show the college?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So there are grades and stuff?
Right. We don't do the traditional grades until they hit 7th grade. And still in middle school, we're looking for mastery.
Right.
So that it's a little bit different even there. But once we hit 9th grade, those children or those students start to accumulate a GPA. It's very traditional looking in the sense that they're taking classes, they're semester classes or year-long courses. They're getting half credits or credits, whatever that course is supposed to. If they're going to do English 1, they're going to get a full year credit for that.
Right.
They might take an elective where it's a half year credit, but they're getting a GPA just like any other traditional setting. The difference in the high school setting is just how we go about things.
Sure.
The methodology behind what we're doing is different, and really building that community. You keep hearing that word over and over, but it really is about that, and developing the critical thinking skills that those high schoolers are going to need when they go on to college. Really tapping into that. We're not just wanting them to memorize things, we're wanting them to think about solutions to issues in our community. Employees don't need kids that can just tell them facts anymore. We can go to Google for that. It's great to know these things, but we want them to be problem solvers and to think critically to have those skills to work with others.
Right.
And that's what I think our program does so well.
Absolutely.
And Amy, before we go, you've been growing steadily. You've got a great, beautiful building, and I see you've got another one coming up behind us. Do you want to tell us what's in store for the future?
Our third building and final, first phase of our building process is going to be completed this summer, and that will house our 2 primary classrooms, a multi-purpose space, the administration, counselor's office, nurse's station, and so we're excited about that. We've got plenty of room as is, but as we grow next year, we're going to need more space, and that's going to accommodate for that. So we're excited.
Lots of exciting things going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Amy, ladies, thank you very much for joining us today, and thank you for watching 843 TV.
Where communities come to speak.